Alright, so we are here with another review, and it's Scream 6. So this movie takes place right after the events of Scream 5. The movie opens up in New York City at some type of bar. There's a girl, she gets a phone call. She takes the phone call, she gets trapped in a dark alley, and she meets Ghostface and she gets killed. The typical Scream opening. Someone answers the phone, the killer asks, "What's your favorite scary movie?" And the killer traps them in a deathly situation. But this time it's a little bit different. The killer stabs the subject, but really brutally. Usually in the Scream movies, the killer stabs the subject a couple of times and they're dead, but this killer, he just keeps on stabbing. So something was odd, and this stabbing was brutal. It was violent. It wasn't like any other stabbings I've ever seen. Most of the stabbings I've seen, the killer stabs you in the gut or in the back. But this killer was stabbing the woman in the gut, the face, yeah. And what's different about this Ghostface, what makes him different from the others, that usually in the other movies, Ghostface reveals himself at the end. In this movie, Ghostface reveals himself first, at the beginning of the movie. So the killer unmasked is Tony Revolori, the guy who plays Flash Thompson in Spider-Man. So yeah, he is the first Ghostface in this movie. So it appears that the killer in this movie has a different motive. Another example is at a convenience store. Sam, the main character, she's being chased by Ghostface. Right after Ghostface strikes her apartment, or Ghostface tries to attack her out on the streets. Not an apartment, but Ghostface tries to attack her out on the streets. She runs into a convenience store. Ghostface follows her in there. Ghostface takes out a convenience store clerk, grabs a gun, and uses a shotgun to shoot people with. And of all the Scream movies I've ever seen, Ghostface only uses a knife. He's never used a gun as a weapon. But this time he did. So I think Ghostface in this movie has a different motive than the other Ghostface killers. But this movie is pretty good. So the plot's all about Ghostface trying to frame Sam as the ultimate Ghostface killer. So everything in this movie ties with the previous movies, and everything revolves around Sam. She's the new Sidney Prescott. There is no Neve Campbell in this film, which I thought was an interesting take. So apparently the Scream franchise might be going in a different direction. They brought back Courtney Cox. They brought back Hayden Panettiere. So there are some legacy characters in this film. But Scream 6, that was pretty good. 10 out of 10. I think it's the best one yet. So give me your thoughts below on the film.